Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you are all doing well. This is Teacher Anne. Welcome to our online class. For today's lesson, we will be discussing about reading and writing numbers up to 1000. When you are in Pratom 1, you already learned how to write and read numbers up to 100. Now let us have a short review about your previous lesson. So for number 1, letter A, there are 10 ones in 110. So now look at the illustration. So as you can see here, we have how many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so here we have 10 ones. And these 10 ones make up 110. All right. So again, 10 ones make up 110. Let us count the number of cubes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. Now let us have example B. There are 10 tens in 100. Okay, so as you can see here, we have how many sets of cubes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And each set of cubes contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So each set of cubes contain 10 cubes. So these 10 sets of cubes or 10 tens make up 100. So again, 10 tens make up 100. For number 2, there are 2 tens and 5 ones in 25. Okay, now look at the illustration. So here we have 2 sets of tens. So we have 2 tens. And then we have 5 ones. So in Hindu-Arabic numerals, we write 25 as this. And in Thai numerals, we write 25 as this. In words, we write 25 as this. TWENTY dash FIVE, 25. All right, now let us have another example. What are the missing numbers? Can you count the number of cubes? So how many sets of cubes do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have here 8 sets of cubes, and each set contains 10 pieces of cubes. So again, here we have 8 tens. All right, now let us count the number of cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the remaining number of cubes are 7. So this is 7 ones. Right. 8 tenths and 7 ones make up 87. Can you fill in the missing numbers here? Okay, so 8 tenths is equals to, very good. And 7 ones is, all right. So 80 plus 7 is equals to 87. Very good. Now let me introduce to you the new vocabulary words that you should learn and understand in this lesson. So we have here Thai numerals. Okay, everybody, repeat after me. Thai numerals. One more time, please. Next, we have Hindu Arabic numerals. One more time. All right. Now let us proceed to our lesson about writing and reading numbers up to 1000. So let us have some examples. So example number 1, letter A. How many beans are there? So we have here an illustration. So as you can see, we have here how many bags of beans? Okay, let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have here 10 bags of beans, and each bag contains 10 pieces of beans. Okay, now let us count by 10. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And these 10 sets of bags of beans make up a jar of beans. And this jar of beans contains how many seed or how many beans? All right. So remember, 10 tenths is equals to 100. All right. So again, this jar contains 100 beans. Okay, what about these jars? So how many beans do we have in all? So again, each jar contains 100 beans. Okay, now let us count the numbers or the number of beans by hundreds. Are you ready? All right. So let us start. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. So again, 10 hundreds make up 1000. All in all, there are 1000 beans. And 1000 in Hindu Arabic numerals is written as this, and in Thai numerals, it is written in this way. 1000 is spelled as ONE1 THOUSAND, thousand, 1000. Can you follow? Okay, again, each bag of beans is made up of 10 pieces of beans, and each jar of beans is made up of 100 pieces of beans. Okay, now let us have another example. So for letter B, how many cubes are there? So let us see the illustration. So as you can see here, we have how many blocks of cubes? Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 blocks of cubes. Or this is 10 hundredths because each block consists of 100 pieces of cubes. So this is 10 hundredths and it make up 1,000 cubes. So again, 1,000 is written in this way. So all in all, there are 1,000 cubes in this figure. Again, we write 1,000 in Hindu-Arabic numerals as this, and in Thai numerals, it is written as this. In words, it is written as O-N-E 1 THOUSAND, thousand, 1,000. Okay, can you follow? All right. Now let us have another example. Example number 2, Janice, Siti, and Peter are counting beans. So as you can see in the illustration, we have a jar of beans and some pieces of beans. Okay, now let us count the number of beans. So again, this is 100. So let us continue counting. 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. All in all, there are 105 beans. And in Hindu-Arabic numerals, we write 105 as, all right. And in Thai numerals, 105 is written as this. In words, 105 is spelled as O-N-E 1 H-U-N-D-R-E-D 100 A-N-D and F-I-V-E 5 105. Next, let us have another example. So in this illustration, as you can see, we have 3 jars of beans, and again, each jar contains 100 pieces of beans. And we also have here bags of beans, wherein each bag contains 10 pieces of beans. So let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So again, each bag contains 10 pieces of beans. Okay, now let us count. So again, these 3 jars is 300, 100, 200, 300. Okay, now let us continue counting by 10. 300, 310, 320, 330, and 340. So all in all, there are 340 beans. And in Hindu-Arabic numerals, we write 340 as this, and in Thai numerals, 340 is written in this way. In words, we spelled 340 as Three. HUNDRED. Hundred. AND. And FORTY. 40. And let us read the words 340. All right. Now let's proceed. So in this illustration, how many jars of beans do we have? All right, so we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, each jar contains 100 pieces of beans. Therefore, this jar contains 500 pieces of beans. Very good. What about these bags of beans? So how many bags of beans do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, each bag of beans contains 10 pieces of beans. So all in all, how many pieces of beans do we have here? So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Very good. And we have remaining pieces of beans here. So let us count the number of beans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So 500 plus 60 is equals to 560. And 560 plus 7 is equals to 567. Very good. So all in all, there are 567 beans. And how do we write 567 in Hindu-Arabic numerals? All right. What about in Thai numerals? How do we write 567? Very good. And in words, how do we spell 567? All right, so let us spell it. F-I-V-E 5, H-U-N-D-R-E-D 100, A-N-D and S-I-X-T-Y dash S-E-V-E-N 67. So this is 567. Okay, one more time. Let us read the words. 567. All right. Now that you have understood our lesson, let us have a practice, a short practice. So here, all you have to do is to count and write the number of beans in Hindu-Arabic numerals, Thai numerals, and in words. So are you ready? So for letter A, how many beans are there? So as you can see, how many jars of beans do we have here? All right, we have 4 jars of beans. And again, each jar contains how many pieces of beans? Very good, it contains 100. So these 4 jars of beans has 400 pieces of beans. Great. And what about the bags of beans? So how many beans are there in these bags? Remember, each bag contains 10 pieces of beans. And since we have 2 bags, so all in all, we have 20 pieces of beans in these 2 bags. And we have the remaining pieces of beans, which counts 5. All right. So how do we write this number in Hindu Arabic numerals? Very good. What about in Thai numerals? All right. And how do we spell 425? Great. Again, let us spell the word or the words. Four, 4, HUNDRED, 100. And TWENTY dash FIVE, 25. One more time, read the words. 425. Awesome. Next, letter B. So let us count the number of jars of beans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we have 6 jars of beans. And again, each jar contains how many pieces of beans? Very good. It contains 100 pieces of beans. So all in all, how many beans are there in these 6 jars? Very good. So this is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. And then this one, let us count the number of beans here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So all in all, we have 609. And how do we write 609 in Hindu Arabic numerals? Very good. What about in Thai numerals? All right. And can you spell 609 in words? Great. So again, let us spell it. SIX 6 HUNDRED 100. And NINE 9. So again, let us read 609. One more time, please. All right. Now that you've understood our lesson, I'm gonna give you a homework, and your homework will be on pages 8 to 9, 8 to 10 of your book. So kindly answer pages 8 to 10 of your book. So for number 1, all you have to do is to count the number of beans and write your answer in this box. So you need to write your answer in Hindu Arabic numerals. Okay? For number 2, just match the number in words with its correct Thai numerals. So for example, this 607. So where is 607? So you just connect it with a line. For example, you're gonna connect this here. So make a line here. All right. And for number 3, the question is, how many cubes are there? Okay, and how many cubes are there? All you have to do is to write the number of cubes in Hindu Arabic numerals in Thai numerals and in words. So write your answer inside this box for Hindu-Arabic numerals and Thai numerals, and you need to spell the words in this line. Okay, am I understood? Good. And for number 4, how many cubes are needed to make each number? So as you can see, letter A has been done for your reference. So look at this. So to make 866, you need 8 blocks of these cubes, and you need 6 sets of these cubes, and you need 6 pieces of this cube. Am I understood? All right. So that will be all for today. Thank you and see you again next time. Keep safe, everyone.